Hello everyone, welcome back to the Melek'le channel. Today we're making natural 3-month-old herb cheese at home without pasteurization. This cheese is rich, authentic, and full of flavor. Let's get started. I'm starting with 5 liters of strained organic cow's milk, which I've already put on the stove. The key here is to heat the milk to exactly 37 degrees. This is the perfect temperature for fermentation. Let me share a little tip with you. In colder months, you can ferment at slightly lower temperatures around 32 or 33 degrees, but for the best results, 37 degrees is ideal. Once the milk reaches the right temperature, I take it off the stove and begin the fermentation process. For this recipe, I'm using homemade cheese rennet. You'll need 4 tablespoons of rennet for 5 liters of milk. If you're using store-bought rennet, just add 1 teaspoon instead. After adding the rennet, I mix it gently, cover the pot, and let it ferment. While the milk is fermenting, let's prepare the herbs for our cheese. We're making herb cheese inspired by the traditional Van cheese from Eastern Turkey. Van herb cheese is known for its incredible flavor, which comes from the unique herbs and milk used in the region. Now, while we can't exactly replicate the original recipe, this version will come close in taste and aroma. The herb I'm using today is wild garlic, which is often sold in markets abroad as a specialty item. To prepare the herbs, I boil 1 liter of milk on the stove, add some whey to curdle it, and toss in the chopped wild garlic. Boiling the herbs in milk not only enhances their flavor, but also pasteurizes them for safe consumption. I also add 2 tablespoons of salt during this process to create a quick brine for the herbs. If you have more time, you can layer the herbs with salt in a jar and let them pickle naturally over a longer period. This pickled herb mixture can be used in soups, cheeses, or other recipes. Now that the herbs are ready, let's check on the milk. After about 45 minutes, the milk has fully fermented and the curds have started to separate from the whey. Using a knife, I cut the curds into small pieces, then gently stir them with a spoon to break them up further. This step is crucial for achieving the right texture for the cheese. Now it's time to combine the curds and herbs. There are 2 ways you can do this. First, you can alternate layers of curds and herbs in a cheesecloth-lined bag. Or you can mix the herbs directly into the curds before transferring them to the cheesecloth. Either method works, so feel free to choose whichever one you find easier. Once the curds and herbs are in the cheesecloth, I let the mixture drain naturally. It's important not to press the bag, as this can cause the cheese to lose its texture or even tear the cloth. After about 2 hours of draining, I place 4 kilograms of weight on top of the cheese to help remove any remaining whey and firm it up. Now comes the salting process. For this recipe, I use 2 tablespoons of coarse salt for a dry salting process. Dry salting not only enhances the flavor but also helps preserve the cheese during the aging process. Once salted, the cheese is ready to be aged. I store it in a cool environment, preferably between 8 and 14 degrees Celsius for at least 3 months. And that's it. Our homemade herb cheese is ready to enjoy, rich in flavor, natural, and full of aroma. Thank you so much for watching this recipe. I hope you'll try making this delicious cheese at home. See you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.